Good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's very different video on YouTube. Today, I'm going to take a look at something very extraordinary. And do you remember I actually spoke in a previous video about rats? Well, guess what? There's a bit of rat bait that I've set up so far by accident. I actually was quite nauseous by now because I had a large dinner with some beef mince, and I think the mince made my taste buds well, don't know what I'm actually saying here. I feel like my tongue's gone a bit tired today. I don't know how I'm going to accentuate words and whatnot, but my taste buds were going a little bit funny and were feeling pretty uncomfortable, as I can really say this, because, well, don't know what to really say, but I just saw a couple of pigeons flying away and landing into some sort of roof. I don't know. Feels like my head and face aren't really focusing that well, but hey, there's actually a bit of rat activity outside my backyard garden, and let me just prove to you where the hell are those bloody rats? Yeah, with the crows squawking on the background here, I don't think they're pretty much upset with the rats outside. Maybe they're just gonna kill them. Well, here are the rats. I don't think I can see the rats, but the crows are just getting a little bit angry here at the rats here because I think, well, crows can kill rats. That's my only gut feeling here, and surprisingly, so do the rats themselves. They kill crows too. Maybe I'm just kidding. Maybe they're just a vicious predatory rodent. They're quite opportunistic and a very opportunistic scavenger of one. Very interesting, isn't it? There you go, there you can see the bait right over here, right where my finger is, all this white stuff next to the bird feeder. Obviously, you wait until you see the rats coming out this way or not. Or maybe I might have to look at the other side and see where the hell are those bloody rats. And there's actually quite a few of them. Completely and utterly strange. And a bit disgusting sometimes when you look at rats. And surprisingly, it's not always that great when you've got rats in the house or outside of the house. And let me just go to the other side because I'm quite curious of where the rats okay, so here's the other side here, which is not looking very clear because obviously, you know, there's a lot of stains right over in the window. It's going to be very detrimentally difficult to see the rats outside. Oh, man, I can't see the rats here, but let me just go downstairs and see if there's a bit of a visual clue. Right, with the sunset outside, and with the seagull flying on the background, and there's a helicopter flying at the background. Let's take a look and find out where the rats are. I'm very curious about that. And I think the pigeons are flying away now, because apparently, where's the helicopter? Oh my god, I can't see it. Go away! You're interrupting my damn videos, you bloody chopper! Anyways, we'll try and find where the rats are. And the rats... There's more pigeon activity around here. Surprisingly, if I zoom in, well, I can't see any rats. Well, maybe I'm just a little bit blind. Completely and utterly blind. I don't see where the rats are. I think I just saw one. Did you see that? That was a bit of rat activity. And for some strange reason, while filming underneath, there's some weird spider of some sort. I don't know what species the spider is, apart from that crows on the background. Oh my god, I think I just saw the rat. There's the rat. I think there's Mr. or Mrs. Raticus. I think it looks like the rats have pretty much sighted us all. I don't know what to really say. Maybe it's time for me to head downstairs and see what the rats are doing. Okay, let's see where the rats are. I'm just going to be very still and quiet. I bet they're pretty much out there. Oh yeah. I just came outside and I think I can hear the crows and there's a plane here. But where the hell are those rats? Let me just go a little bit slowly. I've just noticed there's a bit of rat activity right outside. Okay, I think the rats have probably seen us. And I don't think they've actually had that much food. Although I might be completely wrong. Oh, there it is. There's one of the rats. I think there's a few underneath the ground. There it is. There's one of the rats. Okay, it looks like we've got Mr. or Mrs. Raticus. Oh, did you see that? They blend well into the board and stuff, hey? Look at that. Completely and utterly ratty. Sorry for the pun, hey? So I'm being a little bit quiet here, eh? Because I know my talking can pretty much freak the rats out. Bit of crow activity. Maybe they're just attacking the dog next door, but hey. Don't know what the hell are these crows are up to, but the rats, they're certainly here. Mind you, I don't know how many rats there are, but we've certainly got a plentiful number of them. Mind you, I don't think, well, they've actually ate just a few of what I've just fed. So if I go underneath, am I seeing any rats? Hopefully I'm not going to get attacked by rats underneath this area here. I might have to leave it as it is because, hey, that's all this food that has been thrown out because I was a little bit nauseous on the fact that I was already fed with fish and chips and already a very too large dinner. I might as well probably have to head back and see where the rats were coming in. Maybe I need to try and think of an investment to try and buy some rat traps in a way to ward off and to eradicate this problem of rats that we have in our backyard, but also in our kitchen. And in fact, our house has been infested with rats. It's not funny indeed. Not for the crow, somehow. It's quite interesting that we've got a bit of rat activity, and actually, I don't know what time I'm making here, but hey, oh my goodness! Wow, look at this gorgeous sunset that I'm actually seeing right now. Do you remember I did that video back in April? Guess what? Look at that! It's just spectacularly awesome. Mind you, it's what I call like a very non-meteorological tropical night. It's just so beautiful. With the sunset setting on the background here, eh? It feels like paradise. Well, not exactly like a tropical paradise, if you ask me. But, who knows about that? And I don't know if there's any more rats here. Well, I can't see at all. I think the rats are coming back already now. I think I can just see a bit of head movement. And without talking loudly with the crows squawking in the background. Yeah, it's quite somehow fairly absurd with a bit of a rat infestation. And with the sunshine glaring my videos, it's like that every warm day or night, I suppose, eh? Every month like that. Well, I'm pretty sure the crows are just fighting at each other and so are the magpies. But hey, thank goodness they're not attacking the rats. And if they were attacking the rats, that would also be good news as well. Somehow I can't see any rat activity, but hey, luckily I just spotted a rat. And yes, they do blend well in that piece of wood, and I can see a small bird. Was that a robin? And looks like it's coming along to feed off a bit of, well, let's just say, some food waste. Or are they sparrows? I've got no idea what these small birds are. Somehow they are very much happy to mix and match with the amount of food waste I had to really suffer from. Completely and utterly adversive to finish off a very hectically large meal to gouge upon after eating fish and chips. I'm always curious just to think of some very big ways to eradicate rats. Maybe I need to probably set up a little webcam so that, you know, I shall try and eradicate and annihilate lots of different rats around the house, and other rodents and pests that rely on the house. And apart from rats, we're also seeing a bit of bird activity here, which we don't mind, because, you know, well, we get a lot of sparrows, we get robins, we get blue tits. I mean, what else do you want more in our backyard garden, other than just rats? Foxes? I can definitely deal with foxes a-okay. Cats? Yes. Squirrels? I don't think we've got badgers, maybe a hedgehog yet, but hey, maybe I need to attract some hedgehogs and badgers one day. That will pretty much show this garden no mercy in terms of attracting wildlife, but hey, looks like the birds are doing fairly well this time. Completely and utterly shocking to see rat activity along the way. I think the rats are just small greedy pigs. They just eat whatever they want. They're not picky, they're not fussy. They'll just eat anything, everything on its path. And I think, apparently I can see a small mouse or rat. And it looks like it's gonna go for some very big meals because of the food waste I had to really suffer from. And it looks like the rat has decided to go back to its little hidey hole. I don't know how the heck those rats have decided to, traverse such a very loose-fitted wooden boardwalk or board path. I don't know. I don't know how you call it though, but hey, yeah. Love them or hate them, that's a lot of rats. I tell you what, hey, hopefully you won't set up another plague. That's what I'm thinking of, hey. I could try and buy a rat trap. I think they're quite expensive. I could probably have a little snappy system, hey. Maybe I could try and make a little rat trap with a little bucket, and then I can definitely somehow, add some bait onto the, I don't know what to really say, hey, onto the wooden plank. I could make like a wooden plank, like a very weird, obscure diving platform, and make the rats sort of, go into the water and then they drown. I'm sort of thinking about that because, maybe it's a bit of a humane way to get rid of the rats because there's just fairly too much of them. And Birmingham, yes, Birmingham's of course one of the most rat-infested areas and one of the most rat-infested cities in the UK. So it's pretty diabolical hearing about that. With all the number of rats that are just infesting this place at the moment, apart from my bloody folliculitis, which is actually getting a bit better somehow. I'll try not to do too at it without even poking too hard at it, but hey. But yeah, certainly, what a ratty video. Sorry for the pun, but hey, I might as well leave it here because hey, I can't just talk of rats all day long towards night because hey, YouTube hates long videos. Anyways, I don't know why I keep on looking outside for rats via that window, hey, without me in the footage, hey, while me speaking. So anyways, please give this video a like, subscribe for more for that videos in the future. And as always, thanks so much for watching. And I don't know how to eradicate all these rats, but bye for now.